I've tried to record this 3 times. It's just something that I've sat with for 5 years. And I feel like now is the time. Fair warning, if you couldn't figure out from the title of the video, this will have some triggers in it for some people. And this video definitely isn't for everybody. This is really for a very specific group of people that I wish I wasn't a part of, but I am. This is a video for all the mothers without babies. For Mother's Day, Alex and John, they're huge influencers. They do tons and tons of videos. And they put out a really raw, short movie about trying to go to a baby shower after they lost their baby. And there was this moment during the movie where her and her husband were going over scenarios of conversations that they might foresee themselves being a part of, or her being a part of. And it was awkward. Of course, it's awkward. It's always awkward talking about it to other people. But there was this moment, and she looked straight in the camera. And she said the words that I don't even like to say now. I hate saying them. I hate the reality of what they mean, even though I know it's true, even though I live with it every day, even though my body and my cells and my heart feel it every day. I hate saying it, but she said it. And so many things. So she said to the camera, she went straight to the camera and she just said, "He's dead." And she said it in this moment of aggression, because she knew she was going to be faced with all these just difficult conversations, and conversations with people that she didn't know, that didn't know how to react. But it was so raw and honest. And in that moment, when I felt like I'd been punched in the gut and reminded of my worst moments, and all the air felt like it had been sucked out of the room, that there was something that she didn't say that I want to say. It's not my responsibility. It's not any mother's responsibility who has gone through something difficult to make somebody else feel comfortable about it. This is our experience. And it's what happened to us. And we don't have to tiptoe around it to make sure that other people don't feel weird or awkward. I saw somebody say once that they didn't want to post pictures of their child on social media because it made other people feel uncomfortable. And that was so hard to read. Because the truth is, our babies that aren't born alive, they're not pink. And honestly, I'm shocked. I'm shocked when I look back at my pictures, because that's not what I saw when I held my baby on my chest. When I held my baby, he looked perfect. And our babies, they were born. They lived inside of us. They grew. They were a part of us, and they are real. And when we have to go around and make sure everybody else feels comfortable over our loss, that hurts, and that makes it worse for us. So I am here And that is my message. You don't have to make anybody else feel comfortable in your sorrow, in your grief. We are all navigating this world, this human existence together. I mean, there's billions of us on this planet. To expect any of us to go through this alone, it's just silly. And maybe not everybody will relate to this because not everybody is Christian and not everybody reads the Bible and not everybody believes in the words that Jesus said. But no matter whether you do or not, we're all human. We all live in a moral code that's universally accepted, to be kind to others, to do unto others what you would want them to do unto you. Right? We all need partners in life. We all need friendships. And those friendships, we are meant to bear one another's burdens. We are meant to mourn with those that mourn. We are meant to comfort those that stand in need of comfort. And it doesn't matter who said them. We know that they're true. We know in our dark moments, that's what we need. And we must realize that when other people have dark moments, that they need them too. This is hard. It's hard for all of us. And while the main message that I want to say is like, sit with people in uncomfortable situations, but also like be aware. Like, can we not remember what our friends have been through? Or if somebody tells us, man, they've been through something really rough, can we not pay attention? You know, moms, we all love to talk about our kids, right? And especially for moms who lose their first, whose first children pass away or die, it's hard because you don't have anything to relate to. Can we just not stop at that moment and say, I'm so sorry. Let's change the subject. Let's talk about something different. It's like labor. Women love to tell their labor stories and they love to act like it's a competition. Stop. Because we went through labor and our babies were dead. We don't want to hear about your labor and you don't want to hear about ours. So let's just stop talking about it. Another thing you should just never say, oh, but you should be happy because you have other children. Yeah, in my case, I do have other children. And you know, at least they're not all dead. At least only one of them died. Why can't I just be grateful that some of my children are alive? You know, Alex showed a video of herself in the shower, crying, and the number of comments of women expressing how they felt, how they related to her crying in the shower. I've spent my fair share of days crying in the shower. My favorite place was in the closet, in the dark closet where there weren't any windows. Because that's where things can get really dark. There's no light coming through. And that's where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in the darkest space that I could find. And I wanted to sit in that darkness. Because that's what consumed me. And you might think that's unhealthy. You might feel like, oh, that's not what you should do. You don't. Whatever anybody needs to do that gets them through what they need to get through is right for them. I would put my children to bed after Heathcliff died. My little baby she was 19 months old. And I would sit with her and rock for hours, begging God not to take her too. And no matter what a part of you is always going to be missing, and there's always going to be this looming threat over you that something else is going to be taken away too. You had no power or control over this thing, and you realize that you will never, never have power or control over anything again. My little boy, no matter how many children I already have or how many children I will have, no matter how many beautiful things that come into my life, there will always be something beautiful, something irreplaceable missing. Maybe part of me is doing this video because I'm a little bit angry. And I understand that people don't know how to react. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to feel. They don't know what to do. They definitely don't know how to relate. But if we know how to be kind, if we know how to understand that there are some things that are just beyond words, then that's all we need. We just need to be there for each other. I love you, Mama.